A country where women once rebuilt the entire nation after war, not only beautiful, but strong and deeply community-minded. A land where people sip cold tea all day to connect with each other, where music is made from recycled trash and delicate lace is handwoven like living art. A country that hosts snow festivals in the middle of summer, where tribes still live apart from modern life, and where the ancient Guaraní language is still used daily as an official tongue. All this and more will be in our travel documentary. Let's begin our journey to discover Paraguay. Right now, number 15, the hidden gem of South America. Tucked between Brazil, Argentina, and Bolivia, Paraguay may be landlocked, but it offers unforgettable beauty with winding rivers and vast grasslands. The climate here is dramatically seasonal, hot and humid summers reaching up to 104 degrees, while winters cool down to around 59 Chaco, creating a rich, ever-changing rhythm of life. What's remarkable is how harmoniously Paraguayans live with nature. Life here is unhurried, and many towns even close from noon to 3 p.m., so people can return home to have lunch with their families. With a population of over 7 million as of 2025, Paraguay is a vibrant blend of indigenous Guaraní roots and European ancestry. Interestingly, it is one of the few officially bilingual nations where Spanish and Guaraní coexist seamlessly in everyday life. You will be amazed to know Paraguay has the highest use of indigenous language in the Americas, with about 90% of the population speaking Guaraní fluently. They even write poetry, compose music, and hold conversations across generations in it. And if you have ever wondered what it is like to live in a place where tradition and modern life walk hand in hand, where people often speak two languages in a single sentence, Paraguay might just convince you to stay longer than you planned. Number 14. The women who rebuilt Paraguay. If you have ever been to Paraguay, you have likely seen the striking image of a woman balancing a basket of fruit on her head. Sun-kissed skin, thick black hair, deep eyes, a child in her arms, and a warm smile offered to strangers like she carries no burden at all. Paraguayan women embody a quiet, captivating strength. They are powerful without noise, and gentle in a way unique to the red earth lands of South America. History shaped them. After the War of the Triple Alliance in the late 19th century, when most adult men perished, it was the women of Paraguay who stepped up and changed the course of their country's future. They farmed, raised the next generation, and preserved the cultural soul of the nation. This is not legend, it is living truth passed down by mothers, Ñandutí lace artisans, and young women, still sipping tereré under the trees in front of their homes. Today, Paraguayan women remain deeply rooted in family values and tradition, yet they are also open-minded and confident when interacting with foreigners. If you are a man who is genuine, who listens, and who appreciates a simple life, a Paraguayan woman might not only be your lover, but your most loyal life companion. They do not talk much about independence. They simply live as if it were always their natural right. Number 13. The dance of proud women and bottles. Under the blazing sun of Bicentennial Park in Asunción, 580 Paraguayan women created an unbelievable sight. They danced gracefully to traditional polka music, balancing stacks of glass bottles up to 5 layers high on their heads. No glue, no strings, just balance, poise, and a beauty refined through generations. This is the folk dance Ballet de la Botella, an art form that requires stunning patience. To balance 4 to 5 bottles while gracefully moving to traditional music, Paraguayan women begin training at age 12 using sand-filled containers before graduating to real glass. This skill has roots in ancient Guaraní rain rituals, where women danced with water jugs on their heads to pray for good harvests. Wearing traditional costumes including ankle-length skirts, puff sleeves, and bright colors like blooming flowers, they move and twirl to the vibrant rhythm, making the stacked bottles seem to dance too. The entire performance used over 2,200 glass bottles, and incredibly, not a single one fell. The event was officially recognized by the World Record Association as the largest bottle dance performed by women in Paraguay. But beyond the numbers, what lingers is the image of Paraguayan women, graceful, determined, and uniquely captivating. In every step of their dance, they tell a story without saying a word. Number 12. The only country where trash can sing. In the outskirts of Asunción, the capital city, there's a place where music doesn't come from fancy concert halls, but from a landfill. This is Catora, a poor neighborhood next to Paraguay's largest garbage dump and also the birthplace of the Landfill Harmonic Orchestra, where children play instruments made entirely from recycled trash. Here, tin cans become violin bodies, paint buckets turn into drums, and old water pipes are cut into trumpets. Children who once grew up to the sound of garbage trucks now play recycled cellos under international stage lights, telling a story of hope and creativity. In 2024, the Recycled Orchestra released a new album with 90% of the instruments made from recycled materials, earning praise from around the world. Visitors to Catora come not just to hear the music, but also to visit the instrument workshop, where items once discarded are given new life by Paraguayan hands. Perhaps the most delightful part is the souvenir shop, where guests can buy mini instruments made from bottle caps and tin lids. Each one carries the unique sound of Paraguay, a place where trash can sing and music begins with the simplest of things. Number 11. Ayoreo, the last tribe, guarding the secrets of the Chaco forest. In the dry expanse of the Gran Chaco region, there is a tribe that still lives almost entirely separate from the modern world. They are the Ayoreo, one of Paraguay's most mysterious and resilient indigenous peoples. They live in small communities growing beans, squash, and melons on sandy soil, and they eat giant turtles, wild boars, and wild honey. These are delicacies of forest life. The Ayoreo live in dome-shaped huts built from tree branches and covered in clay. Each family has its own cooking space outside, and they only sleep indoors when it rains. Otherwise, they sleep under the stars. One of their most sacred rituals is linked to the call of the Asajna nightbird. When they hear it signaling the start of the rainy season, the whole community enters a month of celebration filled with dancing and feasting. Today, some Ayoreo have settled in permanent villages, but there are still groups living in complete isolation in the forest. They are the last people in the southern Amazon who have chosen not to interact with the outside world, holding on to their freedom, their beliefs, and their ancient rhythm of life with quiet pride. Number 10. The vibrant culture of the Maká tribe. If you think indigenous culture only exists in museums, the Maká people of Paraguay will change your mind. Less than an hour from the capital, Asunción, the Maká still live and breathe their ancestral traditions through recreated festivals, ceremonial dances, and vibrant traditional clothing. Visitors can witness Maká dancers moving to the beat of drums wearing feathered headdresses, handmade bead necklaces, and woven waist wraps. Each element represents bravery, faith, and one's role in the community. Beyond the celebrations, their daily lives are also deeply rooted in tradition. They plant corn, cassava, and beans, fish weave baskets, make nets, and craft unique jewelry from seeds, bones, and seashells. Many travelers don't just watch. They join in learning how to braid jungle vines, roast fish in banana leaves, or share stories by the fire with the elders. For the Maká culture isn't in textbooks. It lives in every daily gesture. Number 9. A triangle kiss for a greeting. In the U.S., a handshake is enough for a first meeting. But in Paraguay, people say, "I trust you," with a triangle kiss. It's a charming mix of 2 cheek touches and a gentle forehead bump, forming 3 points, just like drawing a triangle with emotion, always accompanied by a cheerful smooch sound. This greeting is so common, you'll see it everywhere, from housewives in Asunción's markets to young professionals in coffee shops. It shows up at family gatherings, traditional festivals, or even when you're introduced to your friend's friend. The fun part is that it's not a romantic kiss. It's a warm, instinctive way to say hello, where Paraguayans believe that real connection must begin with the heart, the mind, and the eyes. Number 8. The cold tea culture. With the world's strangest shared straw. Have you ever had cold tea through a metal straw and shared it with a group of strangers under a tree? In Paraguay, that is not weird at all. It is a national ritual. Paraguayans call it Ayoreo tea, made from yerba mate leaves steeped in ice-cold water, sometimes mixed with mint orange peel or even watermelon juice. It has been recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. But the strangest part is not the flavor, it is the way it is enjoyed. Everyone shares from a single metal straw called a bombilla. For Paraguayans, Ayoreo is not just a drink. It is a remedy, a way to connect, and a cultural tradition. In rural areas, elders are jokingly called herbal doctors as they prescribe cold tea for everything from colds and back pain to high blood pressure and even mild heartaches. According to the latest statistics, 93% of Paraguayans drink Ayoreo at least 3 times a week, making it the most popular beverage in the country. There is even a national day dedicated to it, Día Nacional del Ayoreo, held on the last Saturday of February each year. You will find plenty of smiles and Ayoreo circles passed around under the trees. In the scorching Chaco plains, a cold glass of Ayoreo can be more than just a refreshment. It can start a friendship, offer an apology, or even spark a wordless love confession. So if someone in Paraguay offers you a sip of Ayoreo, do not say no. They are inviting you into their world. Number 7. Paraguay has snow in the middle of a fiery summer. Snow is not exactly what you would expect in a tropical country like Paraguay, especially not in the city of Encarnacion, where summer temperatures can hit 100 gigs. But every year during festival season, the city turns into a quirky and joyful white snow dream, even though not a single real snowflake falls. During the famous street carnivals of Encarnacion, fake snow spray cans are an essential part of the fun. Locals and tourists hit the streets in glamorous costumes, and no one is safe from a snow battle with shaving cream, artificial foam, or white paint sprayed on hair, faces, and clothes. Here, getting covered in foam is not an accident. It is a rite of entry into the celebration. Encarnacion calls itself the festival capital of Paraguay, and it is no exaggeration. The city comes alive every summer with music, samba dancing, and whimsical winter illusions created right in the heart of the tropics. It is a creative play between climate and imagination. Number 6. Ñandutí, Paraguay's Sun-Spun spider silk embroidery. In the small homes of Itaugua, the skilled hands of Paraguayan artisans continue to craft Ñandutí traditional lace embroidery known as sun spider silk. This entirely handmade lace features delicate patterns inspired by the fine threads of spiderwebs glistening after the rain. Each piece is like a miniature painting telling the story of tropical nature through floral and bird designs. Every product is the result of weeks of meticulous work. The artisans, mostly women, weave tiny circular lace motifs like wheels and assemble them into tablecloths, dresses, curtains, or decorative accessories. This technique originated during the colonial era as a unique blend of European craftsmanship and Guaraní aesthetic. Today, the town of Itaugua, about 30 kilometers from the capital Asunción, is the heart of this art form. Visitors come not just to buy Ñandutí lace, but to witness how a single thread can carry the heritage and soul of a nation. They tour the oldest embroidery workshop still operating since 1940, learn basic techniques from traditional mothers, and admire the massive Ñandutí collection at the local museum. Number 5. Asunción, the historic jewel by the Paraguay River. Lying beside the gentle Paraguay River, Asunción is not just the capital. It is the cultural heart of this small country. With over 480 years of history, the city blends pastel-colored colonial buildings with modern architecture, creating an enchanting landscape. What makes Asunción special is its surprisingly slow pace for a capital city. In the mornings, locals enjoy tereré cold mat tea under giant trees in Carlos Antonio Lopez Park. Old 90s cars roll down leafy boulevards past pastel-painted houses. The bustling Mercado 4 market is filled with housewives shopping for everything from Guaraní textiles to delicious tropical fruits. In the afternoons, people walk their dogs along the Costanera riverfront, kids play soccer, and adults gather to sing and strum guitars. Life here is not rushed. It flows like a slow polka melody, sometimes cheerful, sometimes reflective. At night, Asunción takes on a different charm. It becomes calm, yet inviting. Small roadside bars light up, not too noisy, just cozy enough for a glass of Itapúa red wine. Rooftop spots like Hard Rock Cafe or Tierra Colorada offer modern vibes, city views, and live music with a gentle Latin flair. Asunción does not try to impress you at first glance. But if you stay long enough, you will realize it has something very real, very human. And sometimes, that is the most valuable part of any journey. Number 4. Discover Paraguay's hidden destinations. Start your journey at Cerro Corá National Park, where rolling hills, waterfalls, and dry tropical forests stretch endlessly. This place is not only a natural heritage site, but also a historic battlefield that marked the end of Paraguay's last war. Next, do not miss Monday Falls, often called the less famous cousin of Iguazú Falls. It has a wild, captivating beauty where you can stand right beside the roaring water without having to fight through crowds. Head to Ciudad del Este, a city near the Brazilian border, known for its lively shopping district and located just a few miles from the majestic Iguazú Falls. Here you can literally stand at the intersection of 3 countries in one step. Not far away is the Itaipu Dam, one of the largest hydroelectric power plants in the world. It is especially fascinating for those who love engineering and massive infrastructure. If you are looking for a stop with spiritual significance, visit the National Pantheon of Heroes, a solemn memorial to Paraguay's national heroes. It is not only a beautiful architectural site, but also a place that evokes a sacred feeling where history and national pride come together. For peace and quiet, head to Yaibicuí National Park. The lush rainforest, crystal-clear waterfalls, and winding trails will take you into a completely different world. Here you might see bright butterflies covering a stream, or hear howler monkeys echoing in the distance, as if nature itself were telling a story through sound. And if you are in the mood for art, stop by the town of Araguá on the shores of Lake Ipacaraí. With its cobblestone alleys, handmade art galleries, and traditional pottery festivals, Araguá feels like stepping into a colorful fairy tale version of Paraguay. Number 3. The most energetic festivals on Earth. In the capital city of Asunción, the Asunciónico Music Festival brings a modern energy that draws tens of thousands of young people from all over. It is Paraguay's largest international music event, featuring popular bands and artists from the region. With massive stages, powerful sound systems, and a party atmosphere that lasts until late at night, Asunciónico is a symbol of a youthful and vibrant Paraguay, reaching out to the world through music. New Year's Eve, or Año Nuevo in Paraguay, usually begins at midnight on January 1st. In the final days of the old year, the streets of Paraguay are decorated with bright flowers and glowing LED lights. Just like in many other parts of the world, locals stay up until midnight to ring in the new year together. They raise their glasses, watch fireworks, and wish each other a joyful and happy year ahead. In the capital, Asunción, many special events take place, such as fireworks, shows, festivals, and live performances. During the last week of July, the Ñandutí festival is held in the city of Itagua. The festival includes live music performances, art exhibitions, lace weaving competitions, and many other activities. You can also enjoy delicious food and shop for beautiful floral lace souvenirs to bring home to your family and friends. In Paraguay, festivals are not just for fun. They are moments when people retell history through dance share culture, through music, and turn entire villages into stages where everyone is a main character, whether guest or host. Number 2. Cost of living in Paraguay. Living in Paraguay offers a surprising blend of comfort and affordability, especially for those coming from the US or Europe. Nestled in the heart of South America, Paraguay has quietly become a favorite among seasoned travelers and retirees looking for a simpler, more relaxed lifestyle without sacrificing quality of life. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the capital Asunción will cost you around $300, $450 a month in a safe central neighborhood. Move to the suburbs or smaller towns and you'll find prices closer to $200, $300 a month. Utilities like electricity, water, and gas typically run about $50, $70 a month, and high-speed internet adds just another $25, $35 a month. Grocery shopping is refreshingly affordable. A weekly trip to the market with fruits, vegetables, meat, and staples rarely exceeds $35, $45, while dining out at a decent restaurant often costs $5, $8 per meal. A cab ride across town usually costs under $4. A monthly public transport pass is around $20. Gym memberships range from $15, $30 a month, and a basic dental visit starts at just $25, $40. Total monthly cost of living for one person is typically around $700, $950 depending on your lifestyle. That's roughly 65% less than in the US and about 50% cheaper than most Western European cities. In short, if you're seeking a slower pace, friendly people, and real value for your money, Paraguay might just surprise you. With these costs, would you choose to settle here? If yes, choose 1. If no, choose 0. Please share your answer in the comments. Number 1. Food in Paraguay. Paraguayan cuisine is a symphony of simple yet rich flavors, where basic ingredients like cornmeal, cheese, and beef are elevated into culinary art. Chipa, the famous cheesy cornmeal bread, has become a national food icon. It is often enjoyed with tereré cold-made tea during casual gatherings. The crust is slightly crispy, with a smoky scent from traditional clay ovens, and it is a favorite breakfast snack among Paraguayans. What makes Paraguayan cuisine unique is its traditional cooking techniques. Sopa paraguaya is actually a baked cornmeal cake, and vori small corn flour balls and chicken soup offers a distinct and comforting experience. Recently, young chefs in Asunción have started reinventing classic dishes like pairing asado grilled meat with local orange sauce, creating a new wave of innovative Paraguayan food. Here is a fun fact that few people know. Paraguayans often eat puchero, a hearty stew with their hands, as a way to connect with their roots. The street food stalls at Mercado 4 are the best places to explore these authentic flavors, where every dish tells a story of cultural fusion between Guaraní and Spanish traditions. We've just explored 15 amazing facts about Paraguay together. Thank you for watching our travel documentary to the end. We hope this gives you a fresh perspective on this fascinating country. See you in the next video.